Good day, good morning, good evening, good night, everywhere in the world. Welcome to the Breakfast Breakout for the European session, looking at trading and collecting some tips today. And I'm Saira Khalid. Today I'll be your host, and let's see what we make today. I'm from Sydney, Australia, here, joining you today, and we've got a few people who know me and others who are seeing me for the first time. Welcome. And I shall be talking to you in just a few seconds after the breakfast breakout intro. Let's get started.
Good morning and welcome to this breakfast breakout session, live only on Smart Charts. Before we go over to our presenter, let's get you set up. If you are new to the breakfast breakout, you can find information about the strategy within the Learn section of Smart Charts. Here, you'll find an introduction video from our founder Greg and coach Sukhdev. If you enjoy these breakfast live events and want to watch any of them back or follow along later, these are also found in the Learn section under Breakfast Breakout Live Signals. Let's get into Breakfast Live. You can interact with the presenter by clicking on the chat icon. We welcome your questions and will strive to answer as many of them as possible during the live event. If you right-click on the Vimeo logo, you can also open the stream in a separate window and follow along with your own charts. Before we begin, please remember that everything shared in this session is for educational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. We're here to teach you how to approach the markets using structure and strategy, but any trading decisions you make are your own responsibility. Always trade within your risk tolerance and seek independent financial advice if needed.
Good day, everybody. People are coming in. What a busy session it is. Lovely to see everyone. Paul, Hansa, Richard, Nosiansi, Lee, hi, James. We've got Nalda. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I will be with you today to host this session. So let me share my screen. Now, coming up in a second when you can see my screen. Hi, Paul. How are you? Paul. Wow. So we've got some people joining us from the Oz session as well. Some took the trade, some didn't. Let me just show you quickly. Everyone who's watching in UK, you can trade it in your evening time if you want. But this was our trade, and after a long beautiful run of all winners in my Oz 200. I had a loss yesterday, which is again, if the profit was taken. Anyway, we'll see. Over here, Paul, what I did, who took, hi Felix, hey Janie, who took this trade this morning? I moved my stop loss. I was with Braden on the phone as well. Moved my stop loss to better than break even. And as soon as I did it, as if my trade was being watched, who's felt it that broker is watching your trade, right? If you felt it, that's how we both were saying, and we felt, and it just boom. But it's not the case. You know that it's not the case. It just had a retracement, took me out, still at a win. I collected pips. Today, my goal was to collect my pips, and yesterday I had a win on German 40 as well. Then again, I took the profit at the resistance that I've got drawn there. So again, I have not moved my lines, my horizontal lines. So my yesterday I took this trade. I wasn't with you guys. I took this trade here. And as you can see, the profit I just was out. But again, this went all the way. So let's see what happens today. There was a gap at the later open. So now let's have a look here. Let always look for the daily and the 4-hourly charts. And Paul tracked it. Beautiful. That's all you want to do. Look, my theory is we want to be pip collectors. I think we have time for our breathing exercise. People who are joining us for the first time, what a great group this is. UK so busy. Aussie session's quiet. Oh, I come to this session. Everybody, what we do is before we get started, we're coming from a busy day or you're going to enter a busy day, just enter with a relaxed mode and just be patient. So what we do is we breathe in for 4, hold for 4, count of, I'm going to do the counting for you, and breathe out for 8. Center yourself, takes a minute. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. One more time. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 is a charm. One more time. Let's go in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. And out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feeling better than before. Let's get this party started. Hi, Reese. Hi, Braden. Good, we took the profit. As soon as we took the profit, I was telling the group we took the profit, and I was out at the break, better than break even. I made a bit of dough. Let's have a look. So I've got to now work on someone else's chart, and let's see how that would turn out. That is Vince's chart. Up on the upside. Are you guys taking the trade on the upside? Ooh, Vince is going bananas with it. Okay, love it, love it, love it. So I have not got my own segment here. Vince is gonna not be happy. Okay, while people are learning, here you go. Learn and create Saira space. New chart. So let's have our 3 charts here, and then we can make one bigger chart. So people who are following me, now you can have 3 charts on your screen. There you go. And you can link the charts by giving it the same color. And now what we do is we go to the stock indices breakfast breakout. We would have our 4-hourly chart, and I like to see my daily chart here. So now my lines are gone, which you may have copied from before. So the daily bar has, well, I'm not in the right. Okay, come on, we can do it. Ross said, what's happening? What's happening is we are in the breakfast breakout for German 40. We're looking at the DAX for long, and it has broken out in the long direction, in the buy direction. So I am going with it. Yesterday's bar closed above my, so I'm going to take this trade. Oh, 170. Okay. Let's do this one. Now, one thing I would like to, 170 points is pretty good as your stop loss. Now I'm going to go through for people who have just joined. For people who are here for the first time, again, who have just joined, I'm Sarah from Sydney. I have joined your session, and I've been asked that I need to trade on the same charts as everyone else is trading. So we can track the account as well, which is good. In Australian session, I trade on my own account. So again, let's have a look here. I did have my breakout, SK breakfast breakout, but anyway. All right, let's see if that has got my lines here. No, someone changed that. All right, everybody, let's not use any lines other than the horizontal lines. So who's got the horizontals drawn for the daily chart, on the daily chart? If you don't know how to draw them, how to draw your horizontals, what you would like to do is just go ahead and click on your horizontal, bring up your daily chart in the no strategy tab, click on the horizontal bar here. Let's draw the horizontal line. This would be your current price. Change the color to white so you can see it better. There may be a slight delay at your end. You can clone it. And let's draw these levels. So this level is add the fractals. So I'll just show you the way I draw the horizontals. And if you want, you can copy them. Hi, Chris. How are you? Okay, just draw that. So I had it with this double bottom here, right? Breakout, retest, retest range, right? That's the range here. Price closed above that range and DAX has been bullish. So let's go to our 4-hour chart. So we placed the buy order for people who have just joined. You can follow it. And the trend, overall trend is less is more on the charts. So we can focus on the price action. And again, we are trend traders. The ideal trade would be in the direction of the trend, right? But there is always a pullback, see? On if you are using the fractals, everybody, please put the fractals on. And the fractals, you need to, they don't copy on the other chart. You've got to do it yourself, right? So let's put the fractals on. That's an easier way to draw your trend lines. So the trend is still up. Can there be a pullback? Of course it can be. It depends where the breakout is. Breakout is all about breaking to the top side. So this is where we would like to take our profit, somewhere around here. Now, my focus is on pip collection. So I would be going here and saying, well, my last trade, did they take the trade? No, they didn't. So you didn't. So people did take the trade yesterday. Yesterday's trade also was a winning trade here. It just got taken in. It was a winning trade. So good one. Who made money yesterday on German 40? Anyone? A few pip collectors were there. I think Braden, you did. Graham, is Graham there? Hansa, did you take it? So we're back on the buy side here, and we've taken the trade here, going long. So what I did, which I want to show you on Aus 200 for people who joined late, as we were in the profit, I moved the stop loss to break even because that was on the account data. Yep, and some of you braid a nice one on a nice one, good one. German 40 was a nice one. I think that was your 2-to-1 at the retest. You took it, right? At the retest. Okay, great. But we want to actually enter at the breakout because of course it's on traded on a 5 minute chart with a 1 hour channel um, breakout. So you're not kind of expecting it to be in it for the entire 24 hours, right? It's Mauricio, one made one, Ross one, Alex one, Paul 2%. Good one. So in all sessions, I've taught everybody, you can learn it too. Every time you're doing a win, you're just gonna remind yourself, I've got this. Come on, everyone, let's do this. I've got this. I've got this. Come on, Raiden. You remember, always tell yourself, Janine won. Yeah, you've got this, Janine. Maurizio, Ross, Paul, you've got this. Tell everyone else, you've got this, gang. Amazing group. Okay, well then that's it. So I'm risk averse, so I'm big on protecting the capital as well. And one of the things I have is this: you don't need to trade every day, right? So sometimes you just watch it, just you watch and see where the trade is going to go. If you believe that there is a pullback, then don't take the trade. But right now we are bullish and we've taken the trade here, and we are on a buy signal. I don't think I have not been triggered actually. So let's see what happens. Who is in it? Yes, Ross, you've got this. I know you've got this. Okay, let's look at Frank 40. Anyone for the Frank 40? Any takers here for it? Anyone has done their analysis earlier and said, like, maybe this is Janine is in, Braden is in, and so you're in because of the close at the high above that level, that horizontal level. Is that what's your reasoning? Tell us some reasoning as well there, right? It's bullish. It's a bullish move, right? It's a bullish move. Okay, well then let's go in. Already in and up. God, some of you are faster than like my ability to talk here, and that's hard to see. That's hard to come across. Okay, well then I'm in with you guys as well. So who has learned how to Paul, you have trailed your stop loss before. And who has learned how to do that, and who has learned, like, in an hour or so time you can look at it and you can have a take profit position as well earlier and get out of the trade. I mean, you don't need to, but you could if you believe that there is a level of resistance, which I'm going to adjust in the 5 minute chart. Let's put those fractals on. Some people may find the fractals distracting, and others may go, well, you know what? I kind of love the where is my indicators gone? I kind of like the idea of the fractals, and you go, yeah, I do like it. And that congestion, I want to maybe take my profit. If I've entered late, I want to collect my pips somewhere here, which means that you can move your stop loss. This is your stop loss here, and you can physically move your stop loss to better than break even. Because in my case, as you can see here, I did not get into this trade, which Nicholas, you did, or Lee did. Yeah. German 40, yes. So, yeah, good one. So, as Paul, you've chased, you have sort of trailed your stop loss, which is fine. So, I would like to let the trade go, as you saw on my German 40, I closed it. So I made 0.5% while others made 1%. And that's beautiful. Any money is good money. I do not know how to move my stop loss or take profit yet, Felix. Absolutely. That's why you're here, and that's how you're going to learn. That's why people join Learn to Trade and Smart Chart. So here is what you're going to do. Well, I don't want to show you here. And I'll just hang on. I'll just show you quickly what to you are on your demo account and you're trying. So I highly encourage you that you go for the Learn Forex course and like learn properly. If you're doing it, might as well, yeah, do it properly. Otherwise, what's the fun, right? So you physically take this stop loss, click here. You'll physically take this and you're going to move it above. So your price, I'm assuming, is above this, and you'll move it above your entry. So your blue dot is your entry price, Felix, and all new people, this is your entry price. Red dot is your stop loss, right? So you physically have taken stop loss and moved to better than break even. So even if the trade turns around, you still have made like 10 pips or so, right? Make sense? So I'm not going to take this. I'll just go plus, and I won't do that here, okay? Because we have got that you couldn't do. You can't move your stop loss to above your entry. It's not possible. So you can only do that, Felix. You with me? You can only do that once you're in the trade's in the profit, and you're going to, yeah. Okay, everybody. So got some winners here. Winner. God, nice ones. Wow, you guys are making money here in the European. Hi, Immaculate. Yeah, good. Braden said he stepped out of German 40. He's not staying in it. Um, okay, beautiful. Richard has a great question. At what percent in profit are you comfortable moving stop loss? 0.5%. So I take 1% risk. So when my trade is 0.5%, I did it with Braden this morning. When the trade was at 0.5%, I moved the stop loss to break even. I could have actually even taken the profit at that time because already it was going longer. And the Aus 200 that we lost, because that's my expertise in the Asian session, was because of the pullback that happened at the RBA. So news is a danger zone for everybody. Yeah. For people who are worried about that 73.50 as a resistance level, and that's what you're recognizing as from the previous move here, you can actually even move your take profit if you're going to go away. Look, you're a pip collector. Not no one is stopping you from taking a maybe a smaller profit. I mean, seriously, a smaller profit is better than no profit. Do you agree? So if you're not going to be in front of your screen and you want to take the profit here at this entry, which should have been your first entry, then you can change that. And the profit I can change now, because profit can be changed. Stop loss cannot go above the entry unless you are above the entry, if you're with me on that, right? You can physically close the trade. Immaculate is also new. I plan to learn again my stop loss and a take profit. Absolutely, you that's what you're joining. Look, the whole idea of this free trial for you is to make sure that you are comfortable with the software. But again, for people, listen to the people who are here. Step by step, anything is possible. Do we agree on that? Yes or no? So you've taken the first step, then you want to take the next step and the next step and then show up every day. They say 80% of your success is showing up. 80% of your success. So you're already there, 80%. Whatever that last 20% bit is left, that's where your resilience, your patience, and doing it over and over again. And we were all a beginner once, right? And I think a good saying is from Buddha: always keep your cup empty, which means that you're always ready to receive the best and the new information. There's always something to learn. Absolutely, immaculate. Look, guys, so we've taken the trades. Look, manage the risk on everything, because that's risk management needs to be your top priority. As you have seen, German 40 has pulled back, has it? Yep, it has pulled back. Okay, so just Be confident in your trade. If you have taken it, then you're in it. So be confident. If you think that your take profit is too high, it you don't want to be, well, that's me. I don't want to be above the range of my previous range if I'm not going to watch this. And because this is not my account, this is the account where we are going to keep a track of all the trades. So I'm going to drop it to further down within that range, and I'm at 21276. Look, if the breakout has happened here, it will go all the way, as you know. Okay, Rick said because the German 40 has dropped back, are you going to refresh it to get a better entry? Okay. Well, that is interesting. That's a very good thing. Uh, if it has dropped back, I can, yes. If so, we for that I'd push this button, and it has given me a better entry, and it will give me that better entry on a refresh. So instead of moving my stop loss to break even, look, what I love that Braden has done, because he saw uncertainty after the breakout and the pullback, and he was not in the trade. He just decided to not be in the trade. He pulled out of the trade. Yeah, Habiba said, "Look, I hope I pronounced your name right. My German 40 boy hasn't triggered yet. Yeah. So remember, I just showed you that button, um, which was to re-enter the trade, right? Re-enter the trade. So let me actually show you that again by deleting this trade, right? So you can do that. Are you sure you want to delete? It's a pending order. Yes, I want to delete. Let's actually enter that trade again. So what you could also do, all our new graduates who are welcome 100% here, is you can, here is another thing, you can decide now that if in the next, because it has a pullback, you're not in the trade has broken out, and I have drawn that 2129 level. So where was my close here? If you look at the close of yesterday, the close is at 2125.4. so if you go, well, you know what? I want to enter at the break of the close. It has pulled back. So if it doesn't trigger in the time period of next um, half an hour max, 30 minutes, that's it. We're already 30 minutes max. I am not going to be in this trade. If you do that, there is something new you are learning. If you do that and click here, now you can go into a set and forget methodology. That is why the traders are out right now, and you have a sell signal, because at the breakout halfway through, let's have a look at it, you've got a sell now for a pullback, and the price is below the half level. Doesn't mean that it won't go up or down, and it is giving you a signal that you can maybe change your way of entry. So instead of doing that, you go, well, you know what, I've decided on a bullish move. Yes, there is this something in between there, and I have a high test bar. You can decide to be not in it if you want, or you can say, if this breakout doesn't continue in the next half an hour, which will take you to maybe 5:40. Sorry, it's Sydney time for me. You're out. Yeah. So then you won't be in German 40 at all. Does that make sense? Ross, Rick, everybody. So this is something new you have learned today, that you can put an expiry if that's a choice you make, because smart charts give you that ability to place a trade with the expiry. I'm following the RSI on German 40 also. Yeah, absolutely, you can, or stochastic, either or. So are you doing a daily or 4 hourly? Solaj, thank you. That makes sense. So now that I have an expiry on it, guess what would happen for the new people? I will, if this doesn't trigger in the within this time frame, let's go here. If the trade doesn't trigger within the time frame, oh, there is a UK 100 running as well. If the trade doesn't trigger, which is sitting in the pending within the time frame, this entry, my trade will be cancelled automatically. and I won't be charged anything from the broker at all. Make sense, everyone? So that's another way for you to go, well, well, I'll enter, or maybe only if it breaks out within the half an hour period. That's it. That's my that's my thing on it now. I'm not going to enter with no expiry. Yep, makes sense. I hope it makes sense, everybody. It was a fun morning for you. I think it's a coffee time with the Europe, and in Sydney we have actually a wine time here. I mean, I guess some of you must be saying wine is a little bit too early. Following the RSI just on the 5 minute. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I shall be seeing you soon. Have a superb afternoon. Dater, please update me how you are following up and what profits are you making. I'll see you soon. Make sure to manage your Frank 40 if you're in it. Richard, I'll be enjoying my wine. Thank you. Bye.
Repetition is the mother of all skill. You don't master trading, or anything, by reading a book once or watching a chart twice. You master it by showing up every single day. Let's be real. You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. You will have losing trades. You will get it wrong sometimes. But that's part of the recipe. Ask yourself, how many swings does it take before your golf shot flies straight and true? 10? 100? No. Thousands. Tens of thousands. It's exactly the same in trading. Until you've placed your first 1,000 trades, you haven't even scratched the surface of the real imprinting. Too many people give up before they even get started. They walk off the practice ground after a handful of shots and wonder why they haven't made par. That's why we run these breakfast breakout sessions every single morning. It's your training ground, your discipline dojo, your space to practice consistency, to get insight, to build the muscle memory of the market. But none of it matters unless you know where you're going. Set your goals high. Chart your course, from where you are now to where you want to be. Because if you don't know your destination, you'll drift like a ship with no compass. Trading is not a spectator sport. You have to place trades. Whether it's in your demo account or lev, you must apply what you learn. Knowledge without action is just noise. Knowledge to action, that's the path to mastery. So, are you ready? Because this isn't just another session. This is your next step, your next swing, your next trade, your next imprint. Show up, put in the reps, make it count. Let's go.